Welcome back to Arc El Paso, everybody. We are joined here now by Daniela Labinoti for our weekly segment, Legal Jargon, where we ask an attorney herself some of our legal questions we got. So this week's is a little interesting, but hopefully none of us are ever in this situation. I hope I'm never in this situation. I hope y'all are never in this situation. But if you're injured in a crash and it's your fault, you were the reason this crash happened and you hurt yourself, is there anything, what do you do about that?
Well, if you are at fault, sadly, you cannot file a lawsuit against another person, but you can check with your own insurance company because your insurance company, so there's two things. You have to, a lot of people think they have full insurance. You need to make sure you have collision. Your collision insurance will cover your vehicle at least. But also some of the insurances have what it's called MedPay or PIP, personal injury protection, which I highly recommend you all purchase it. It's very, very cheap and your insurance agent does not want to sell it, but you ask for it, okay? I've even heard that insurance agents are getting bonuses for not selling this kind of coverages to the to the public. Yes, they try to hide it.
So you gotta ask for it.
You gotta ask and say I want it. You gotta ask for personal injury protection. You gotta ask for uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage, and you gotta ask for MedPay coverage. In New Mexico, is MedPay. So if you have MedPay, that's why you gotta check your insurance. If you have MedPay, you can get like $5,000, $10,000, and I've even seen $50,000 in medical expenses. So if you go to the hospital or you have medical bills, even though it was your fault, you can still make a claim in your own insurance for those MedPay coverage. And a lot of, I mean, we've seen it, especially in New Mexico, most of the people have it. In Texas, you have what is called personal injury protection. So I have $10,000 in my insurance for personal injury protection. And I knew somebody that was drunk and he hit somebody else, but he still was able to collect $10,000 of personal injury protection in his own loss of wages, and it's for you missing work or if you're having to go to the doctor and you're getting medical treatment. So you have to ask for it and make sure you have it, because that means that even if it's your fault, you can still have that coverage in your own policy to address your loss of wages if you miss work or any medical bills. And guess what? If you are in the car, let's say you have like 2 other people in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And it's your fault. You caused the accident. Well, no, now they can sue you, but maybe they will not. Maybe they'll be nice to you. They won't sue you. But pay is not only to the person who purchases, but anyone that occupies the vehicle. For example, let's say I'm driving and I have some friends and family in the car, right? 3 people. And let's say it's my fault, right? And I get now to cover $10,000 personal injury protection for me, $10,000 for the passengers, and $10,000 for each. So now I ended up with $40,000, even though they never paid for $40,000. You know what I mean? It's just, it's awesome. So you gotta check your policy to make sure you have those coverages to protect yourself. And also collision. You cannot say full coverage. That full coverage is misleading. Ask for collision and ask for personal injury protection or MedPay, because your agent can confuse you. Oh, you have full coverage. No, full coverage means sometimes, like, it might not mean that you have all these other protections like rental, PIP, MedPay. So make sure you're covered and make sure you have collision, meaning if it's your fault, at least your car is protected. But it's only your car. MedPay or PIP covers your personal like injuries, your medicals, your loss of wages.
Okay, and does all of this apply still? Let's say if you hit a tree or something, if you don't hit another car, if you just get in a wreck that way and get
an accident. So personal injury protection and medical expenses, if you occupy the car, right? You're inside the car. So yes, it will be covered. So those things are important because some people might not have health insurance, or even if they have health insurance, there is a deductible and they miss work. And so then it really affects them, and it's not really expensive. These protections are not expensive at all. And I always tell people, find out how much it costs if you add it, and then you make an informed decisions. Don't rely on what the agent tells you. Say, I want this, because again, I'm telling you, we know that agents are getting bonuses by making sure to not offer this kind of coverages to their customers.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, there y'all have it, folks. Just because you have full coverage, that doesn't mean you actually have like full coverage is what it sounds like. You may need to also ask for personal injury protection, collision, the list goes on.
Rental, med pay, if you're in New Mexico, yes.
Okay, there y'all have it. So make sure you tune in next week for our weekly segment, Legal Jargon, where we ask attorney Daniela Labinoti all of our law questions we have in our heads. So stick around for ARC El Paso because we got a lot coming up in the show.